comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money.
Cut that music. This is Vincent Kennedy McMahon, and the Flex Zone has a special announcement. The second WrestleMania special's coming, and if you don't listen to it, you're fired.
That's right, Vince. You're fired. But March 29th, 2016 is going to be our WrestleMania special. We're going to have Mike Knoxxx as our special guest. It's going to be the usual suspects. Brian Waters is coming through. Check us out and make sure you listen very carefully to all the matches, all the details that is going on about WrestleMania 32.
And if you don't, may you rest in peace.
Just like my son Shane, which he will become a son of a...
Whoa! Don't you dare finish that sentence.
He got no chance in hell.
Hello, Friday. I've been waiting for you for a long time. You just saved me when my life came crumbling down. And I know you're gonna leave me. Hello, Friday. I've been waiting for you for a long time.
3, 2.
Yeah, look at John, baby. Yeah, brighter than this thing on, baby. It's a party every time you come around, baby. Now if you're down, baby, I can be the ground, baby.
All right, y'all, welcome to the Flex Zone. This is the WrestleMania edition. We did this last year, so of course we had to do it again. This your boy Dre sitting in for Mikel, Cravante, and Byron. They're not in the chair, but in studio I do have Roger, D, the Wrestling Realm, Brian Waters, Dwayne Allen out of retirement.
We're taking over.
You make sure you say Brian H. Waters.
Oh, put the H in there.
Put the H.
All right, Vincent Kennedy. McMahon.
We're taking over. We're back.
And in studio, we also have Tim Tooten Jr. in the building.
How's it going, everybody?
Good, man. By phone, we got Raphael. We've got Mike Knoxxx from Fox Sports. And Omar, friend of the show, Open Mind, soon to come out.
Hello, everybody.
I left a little question mark because Dwayne's been waiting. So
I'm always asking.
So Omar, before we get started, when will this come out, man?
Open Mind will come out summer 2017.
Awesome.
That's what's gonna come out. Always believe an open mind approach to these claims. I'm sorry, I like saying that quote.
I do.
I like saying that quote.
Look, I love hearing it, man. If you have any questions, ideas, or comments, send an email to theflexzone1@gmail.com. We're on Instagram, Periscope, and Twitter at theflexzone1, and also like our Facebook page, The Flex Zone, on Facebook. Let's jump right into. Oh, Brian, can you give the people our Amazon link real quick? Just tell them about it.
Just
for Fox Sports.
Go right on Fox Sports 1340am.com. There's an Amazon link waiting for you to click and make all your purchases right there.
All right, y'all. This is Fox Sports, and we are the Flex Zone. Let's get right into it, y'all. The WWE Hall of Fame class featuring my girl, Jacqueline, my favorite diva of all time.
Really?
What? Yes.
I think I know why. I had no idea. I honestly had no idea.
I know why too.
It's news to me, that's all.
Yeah, she is my favorite diva of all time.
I'm afraid to ask why, to be honest. I'm not gonna go there.
Yeah, don't do that.
No.
I mean, I have a new favorite diva right now, but
we know.
We'll talk about her later.
All right.
Actually, she's cousin Snoop Dogg, who's actually inducted into the Hall of Fame, as well as The Godfather, Sting, The Big Boss Man, The Fabulous Freebirds, and Stan Hansen.
One proud family.
Oh, well, what are your thoughts about it, Omar?
Well, I think it's kind of cool, though. Like, when I found out I was at the airport that Snoop Dogg was inducted to the Hall of Fame, I think it's fine that he's inducted to the Hall of Fame, but I know there's some fans who actually have some issues with it, saying, really, he's inducted to the Hall of Fame, and they say he hasn't done anything. But, like, this, not because he's just a fan, but he has participated and willing to, like, take some actions inside a ring. You know, he clothesline Santino back in WrestleMania 24, and also went against Chavo Guerrero and stuff like that. And being a fan and also being into the ring and take action, I give props to that. Like, not everybody, like especially celebrities, when willing to take a bump, they feel like they too pretty to take bumps or anything like that. But I don't mind Snoop Dogg being there. Not a problem.
Dwayne, I gotta ask you because it's been a while, man. We missed you on the Royal Rumble special, man.
Yeah, man, I'm back out of retirement. Yeah,
I'm glad to have you back, buddy.
Nope.
So,
Yes.
your
really
thoughts.
it's really gonna be great.
So your thoughts about the WWE Hall of Fame class?
No, I think it's a very good class, a deserving class. I think the biggest thing that I remember that sort of caught my attention was that everyone was waiting for was the Fabulous Freebirds to be in Dallas, Texas. I was listening to my favorite reference, Ric Flair's podcast.
Woo Nation.
And he was talking about how he felt like he figured in Atlanta he would get the opportunity to do so, but he sort of let it go. But I think it's a well-balanced class, even with Snoop Dogg as in the celebrity wing. I think it's I think he runs out a really good, memorable class, and of course with Sting, being the focal point of it. I'm curious to see what he has to say. Excuse me, being a WCW guy, the face of WCW for so many years, and finally getting his just due in the WWE Hall of Fame. What I do find interesting is he probably will be, I don't know if he's the only one, but he'll be, so far, he is in both TNA's Hall of Fame and WWE's Hall of Fame.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Now, I'm curious to see how he approaches this and what he says about, being in the Hall of Fame, because he's been inducted into one already. Let's see how he responds being inducted to the WWE, the big dog.
Brian?
Man, I'm always a fan of the Hall of Fame, so it's just fun, you get to see them dressed up, and you get to hear the speeches, so I'm looking forward. I really want to hear what Snoop Dogg has to say. I think it's the celebrity wings that I always get, and I always enjoy, especially after Mike Tyson's. That was just go down as like one of the greatest. So I'm excited to hear what Snoop has to say. Last year he showed us that you could be a gangster and still be a wrestling fan when he did the pose down with Hogan. So,
All right, Tim?
Yeah, this is definitely a nice star-studded class. Snoop Dogg and The Godfather and Sting, especially with The Godfather. I was a big fan of him back in the day.
I bet you. I bet you were.
Oh, yeah. I was.
Choo-choo!
We're talking about The Godfather. And
Man.
we had Viscera join the whole train, turn down Lillian Garcia. Classic moment for me,
I forgot about that.
Well, all right.
You know what I'm saying?
You can tell it's important to him.
Y'all gotta admit though that Godfather, like, even though he was like one of the upper big cards, but you cannot deny the charisma that this guy had. Especially when he
Keyword
came
charisma.
back especially he had 2002 the Royal Rumble, how the crowd popped, and then he just bring out 12 women. Come on, that was memorable.
All right, Mike?
Hall of Fame, man. It's there. It's the time you to pay respect. I have a motto. I say if you ever come through the curtain and you given your sweat, your time, your years, and giving up time with your family, hey, you deserve to go in the Hall of Fame in my book. I don't, see why people picking and complaining on who goes in and who doesn't go in. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, even the Brooklyn Brawler and Barry Harvey deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. So, hey, I'm cool with it. Go ahead, Snoop, do your thing.
All right. Is there anybody who specifically stands out to any of y'all? I mean, I heard a few people talk about Snoop Dogg. A lot of y'all were shocked at my love for Jacqueline.
Yeah,
I like to hear that one when you get a chance.
Well, I mean, Jacqueline, I like the fact that Jacqueline's being inducted into the Hall of Fame. She was one of them when I was growing up, man. She was really bad, man. I mean, not bad as in bad in the ring, but she was great in the ring. Her and Ivory, Sable. Yeah, they always they always had this click together, but Jacqueline was leading the charge. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So. I love to see. I'm glad that she's in the Hall of Fame.
I'm excited to see if I could jump in there real quick because the first time I saw Jacqueline, she was body slamming a man on WCW.
I was about to ask, does anybody remember her WCW days?
Wow!
And of course, it would be you. I was just about to say, does anybody remember her WCW days?
I was going to say, I remember that too.
Really? You do?
I do too.
Okay.
I do too.
Yeah, her, Kevin Sullivan. They make her way to PMS. I mean, that's a great name for a group of chicks, you ask me. That's why I thought it worked.
Raphael, any thoughts, man?
No, I was actually just. I'm hoping the trend stops. It seems like every the Wrestling Hall of Fame, the week after a Hall of Famer passes, so I'm hoping that trend stops this year. I'm so glad that that Jacqueline's being in there. She's one of my favorites. But The Godfather, I remember quite a few times when I used to work at MGM when Raw was in town in Vegas, he would always be on the strip, and he would always be in it. It seemed like he was the Godfather 24/7, not just Godfather on Monday Night Raw or pay-per-views. And I think that's why I heard stories that the whole locker room just liked the Godfather, just because just the attitude and the friendliness and what he brought backstage, not only his enthusiasm that he brought outside in the ring, and I heard so many positive stories about him. So seeing him inducted and seeing him on the strip and just being the Godfather when the cameras weren't on him, just walking around a casino floor or at a club, I remember it's actually honored just because I got to see and witness it, what he was like outside the ring, and he was just like he was in the ring, how he was outside. So I'm really, really excited to see him. I'm excited. I'm very excited to see what Sting has to say. I mean, there's rumors saying that already out there that I know he says he's retired. Some reports came out, but he says he still wants to wrestle one more time. Wouldn't be shocked if it is The Undertaker one last time. I don't know if it will be at a WrestleMania or maybe it'll be something else. But I'm really, really curious to see what he says on that podium, because I think what he says can kind of dictate where he's going to go, if he's going to stay in the company, be a face, or if he's just going to walk down the sunset, then we won't see him anymore, maybe just surprise visits. But I'm really excited what he says on the podium.
Wow. One thing I want to also get into is the Raw recap as well.
Oh, boy.
Thoughts about Monday Night Raw?
I'm
gonna start with Dwayne.
You start with me though,
because it's just good to see you back, man.
Yeah, man.
Hey, you watch yourself over there, Dwayne.
See,
I'm looking at you.
The Raw
wait a minute. I'm sorry. Before we get into this, I must ask Ralph, since he's out of Vegas. Is it true about the Godfather having this strip club in Vegas?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, that's real?
Oh, it's real.
It's like, I mean, I never knew.
Yeah, it's real.
The urban legend has come out.
BSK, man.
I heard when he signed with WWE, or at that time it wasn't WWE, but I heard that he was still working there, and then when he signed it, he wasn't part of the ownership anymore, but pardon the pun, he was Godfather, but still into the club and still, but they used his name for promotions and all that. But yes, he was still 100% involved in that kind of lifestyle, and I think he's still involved, at least name-wise now.
Is he still pimping? Is that what he's trying to tell me?
He was on a podcast, I think, with Jim Ross, and he still is doing the thing out in Vegas.
You're really on top of it, aren't you, D? You know a lot about this spot in Vegas.
Hey.
Is it something you want to tell us?
Choo-choo, choo-choo, baby.
Let me find out.
Raw recap.
But yeah, into the Raw recap.
Raw recap in Brooklyn. Wow. This is, I thought it started off very hot. I think they knew where they were. They knew they were in Brooklyn. It's a wrestling town, so, Shane McMahon and Undertaker starting the show. I mean, I'm talking like when Raw came on, the bell tolled. Boom. I was like, uh-oh, this is all right. I enjoyed the interaction between Shane and Undertaker, and Shane is very stubbornly fearless, and it's bothering the Undertaker. It's making me want to see that match more and more. I think it was a decent setup for WrestleMania, at least for what WrestleMania is. I mean, they're doing the best they can with what they have, with all the injuries and stuff like that, and then seeing Kevin Owens being Kevin Owens in regards to his match, and then AJ Styles accepting the challenges also. Seeing trying to establish what's going on with the ladies and the divas, especially with Charlotte and Becky Lynch and Sasha Banks. Yeah, I mean, the show was sort of up and down for me personally. It went up, kind of came down, went up again, and then it sort of just plateaued for the rest of the night for what it was. I mean, but I think if I gave it a rating, I'd probably give it maybe C+, maybe a B for what it was. I mean, but like I say, I'm not expecting an A because WrestleMania, going into it, is probably not going to be what we probably thought it was going to be maybe a year previously from now. So,
Tim,
I thought Raw was pretty good. Definitely enjoyed the start of the show with the bell toll with
because
Undertaker.
you DM'd me, right, with
Yeah.
the snap. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, it was definitely going down. And with the subtle jabs, Undertaker getting under Shane's skin, a little role reversal with the combo with Vince McMahon. And really took it back with Shane went on the attack and dropped the elbow. I was like, oh, my God, don't do this just yet.
I thought they were saving it.
Yeah.
And they went for it. I was like, okay,
save it for
all right.
WrestleMania, you know. Make it more memorable. Yeah.
Brian?
Well, I mean, I think it made sense for them to do it last night because it is a Hell in a Cell match.
Yeah.
I don't see them getting out of the cage. God knows, I hope Shane does not go to the top of the cage.
No.
For the love of God.
No.
For the love of God.
Well, and then,
Please, no.
Okay,
Broke
Jim.
him in
wait a
half.
minute.
Okay,
Hold up. I
Jim.
just thought about this. How the heck they going to get that cage in there? It's like with that scoreboard.
Oh, they'll find a way. All they got to do is, doesn't the roof retract anyway?
Yeah,
But
it does.
I got to look at the stadium design. Obviously, I'm not an architect, but it's just the way I'm seeing it. I'm like, wait.
Brian.
I'll let you know on
Trust Jerry.
Friday when I get there.
Okay.
Oh,
all
there
right.
you go.
I'm looking forward
There
to
you
it.
have it.
Okay.
Ralph is in.
But nonetheless, I'm going in, and this is the first time I've ever rooted for this. I'm going into WrestleMania rooting Triple H retains the title.
Why is this the first time? What are you doing?
The last time he defended the title was against Randy Orton.
Okay.
The time
20,
before
25,
that,
right?
yeah. Time
Okay.
before that was Batista, and yes, I was actually rooting for Batista then.
Wow.
And the time before that was against freaking that debacle that shouldn't have happened at WrestleMania 2000, where it should have been
Fatal Four.
Triple H and The Rock. So yeah, I'm rooting for Triple H to retain.
I got you.
Ralph?
I thought Raw was what it was. I mean, we're leading into WrestleMania. I was just glad I finally got to see Red at the end of the show at the Divas as my girl was there. But I was actually really shocked that Shane did the elbow. I mean, I thought that they would save at least some of that on WrestleMania. Granted, I know it's in the cage. I'm sure that's going to happen again. But I still think something dramatic is going to happen with that Shane McMahon Undertaker match. I think this is probably going to be one of the memorable WrestleManias where we're going to see interference or surprises coming out of the locker room or celebrities doing something. Because someone mentioned it earlier before, with all the major injuries that this roster's had leading into this WrestleMania. I mean, if you really look at the card, it's probably one of the weaker cards of WrestleMania, and I just still think the three of the major matches, maybe even including the Divas match, I still think we see something out of the ordinary, something we haven't seen, or somebody we thought might be there, but maybe he's not going to be there, that actually shows up and does something. I think the Undertaker match, I think someone's going to interfere in that. I can see someone interfering with the Triple H, the Divas match. I just think this WrestleMania is going to have a lot more head scratchers than the normal ones where we maybe just saw one head scratcher or one big surprise. I think we're going to see tons of surprises Sunday.
Omar?
I think Raw was pretty decent, in my opinion. And I agree with Raphael. This is like one of the weaker cards in WrestleMania that we know. And plus, like, the injuries, one suspension. I'm not going to get to that suspension. I think we all know what I'm talking about. Also, at this point, I got to say the wrestlers have to bring out a best performance in WrestleMania. Like, the card might be weak, but they got to bring out the best performance that they can actually do, because this is big time. And if they want us to have a good show for us to talk about, they have to pull out all the stops and, like, do the best they can and put on a good show.
And Mike?
I like Raw this past week, and especially the way it opened up. I thought it had to deliver the way they delivered with Shane and Undertaker. I think Brian H. Waters said it a little while ago just now that, they can't do it in a Hell in a Cell. So you do that stuff then, and I think with, how it's been deemed from certain fans, Hurt Mania, you got to hype this the best way you can. We've all sitting here talking about surprises and who's going to come and what they got to pull off and how they got to pull it off. Well, you got to sell Mania. And to sell it, to me, the storyline makes perfect sense and how it goes. I like the build. And people always talk about how wrestlers have a storyline. Well, they gave you a storyline. To me, I think they gave wrestling fans everything they've asked for the last 8 years. They said, where's Shane McMahon? We want Shane McMahon back. Well, guess what? You got Shane McMahon. They said you can't have a WrestleMania in Texas without Undertaker. Well, they gave you a WrestleMania in Texas with Undertaker. Then they told you why they did it. Well, guess what? I want to come back because I want my company back that if you promised me it was mine. well, okay, you know what, I made that deal with you, but I'm gonna change that deal. How about this? You take on my monster, something that I created at the event I created. If you beat them, I'll give you what I created. To me, it makes perfect sense. So they had to sell it. Shane's looking awesome. He keeps getting custom Jordans from Jordan brand, or if he's buying them, I don't know. You know how celebrities are. They get all kind of free stuff anyway. I like what they did with Kevin Owens. I think they did the best thing they could do. The only thing I could have done without on Raw was, I think Omar said it, was Red. I didn't see how she made the big difference coming out at the end. I don't think I don't like a diva more than I like her as much as I hate like Zack Ryder. I put Zack Ryder and Eva Marie in the same boat. Just tie them both together and ship them back off to wherever they didn't go. Wow. Other than that, I thought Raw was pretty good. Wow.
Woo, 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 woo.
Now I do agree though, because Red being there kind of was just odd.
I didn't know whatever music played. I didn't even know it was her. I was like, wait, who's that?
Nobody knew, and then the Divas interaction with her,
They're
everybody
like,
was just kind of like.
What?
It wasn't the fact that it's odd. It's just.
It didn't even look like
heel.
it didn't even look like it was. It didn't even look like it was in. It looked like it was something really last minute with these writers. Like,
wait, where's Eva?
Yeah, Eva.
She looks red. Get her out there. Get her out.
The one with the red hair.
You're going to put that match on the main card, but you're going to yet again put the Usos and the Dudleys on the pre-show?
That makes no sense.
It's on the pre-show also.
When has the Usos been on WrestleMania?
Only the one time, and that was last year, and was it Jimmy was hurt?
No, that was on the
pre-show too. It was on the pre-show
that
also.
was pre-show.
I think it was on
They
the
have
pre-show.
yet to be on a WrestleMania card. I don't understand that or get that. Maybe they're still mad at somebody for doing something, or maybe they have a bigger purpose.
Why do you guys have to disrespect my girl?
It's no offense, Ralph. I know she's
That's
gorgeous.
your girl?
Man. He loves Fred.
Yeah, he loves her.
I mean, she's beautiful.
She
Ralph. I'm
does
not mad at
look
you.
good, though.
I give her that she is improving. She is trying to improve.
I like gold.
I can't knock her for that.
You ever watch?
You like
She
gold.
follows me on Instagram and Twitter, and she responds back to me. I mean, DMs me all the time. So that's why.
Oh, okay. Well, all right. Okay, Ralph. I see you.
All right now.
Vegas.
He got the juice.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
She counts all her steps when she wrestles.
Roger?
And contrary to belief, they say, I'm a huge fan of Total Divas. I'm not afraid to admit it. I watch it every Tuesday. And she says last week on the show, well, if you're not getting, as long as you get some reaction, that's good, right? No, some reactions from wrestling fans aren't always good things, especially when you're getting booed that bad.
Roman.
But
Hey.
Well, oh man. Well, like everybody else, I thought the beginning of the show was great. I like the fact that that Shane came out, challenged the Undertaker. Undertaker challenged him back, and then which I didn't say was that he made Undertaker bleed. He was bleeding from the side of his eye. I'm like, wow. I thought that was crazy. But what I didn't really like about the show, I mean, maybe because it's getting old, Chris Jericho and AJ Styles. I mean that AJ Styles and then this back and forth of Chris Jericho being childish, talking about he's not gonna give him his WrestleMania moment and all this other stuff, but
looks a bit forced, doesn't it?
Yeah,
like, we get it. You're trying to get him over.
He's trying to get him over, but it's like AJ Styles can fight anybody right now. He's still fighting Chris Jericho 3 months later. I mean, what is up with that?
He's kind of got a point there. I mean,
you got to put your trusted guy in the trusted hands.
And another thing I didn't like about Raw, Roman Reigns getting booed almost out the building. Yes, Dwayne, you said it all last night.
I want to hear this. Why, Roger? Why don't you like this?
Because, I understand the fans don't see the charisma that he has, and he probably
wait. Time out. You said the fans don't see the. I just want this on the record. You said the fans don't see the charisma that he has. I'm sorry. I just want to clear it up. Go ahead, Roger.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
go ahead.
Yes. Plus don't see charisma.
And maybe he's a little bit boring as a wrestler.
Time out. I want to get on the record. You're saying he's a little bit boring. Is that what you're saying? I want the world to hear this. Are you saying this?
Yes.
Okay. All right. I just wanted to clear it up. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
But it doesn't mean that the man can't wrestle, though.
I never said that.
He just needs to. He needs to be a heel. He cannot be a baby face right now. It's not working for him. The fans ain't accepting to it, and he needs to change his whole style.
The truth has set you free.
But hopefully, after the pay-per-view is over, maybe he can change some people's minds.
Well, we'll see.
And I disagree.
I mean,
I'm a huge Roman fan.
I think the thing is with Roman, he's got to go back and be like, look, this is not working. At some point, this is not working for me. You got to help me out. He should be coming out, at least cutting a promo. Hey, I got screwed last year by Seth Rollins and Authority. They screwed me over last year.
Never said it once.
Right. I mean,
and I want payback. And this is the payback I'm going to get at WrestleMania. Triple H screwed me.
Well, Mike, go ahead and jump in.
No matter what they do with Roman, they will not like him. The same way people boo John Cena because it's the flavor of the month.
How many months?
I said this on my show yesterday. If you listen to the critics, which are morons and idiots about Batman v Superman, they're the same way about Roman Reigns. And here's why I put the two together. You can't, if you don't like Batman v Superman, don't hate Zack Snyder or Jesse Eisenberg. Don't like the person who wrote the movie. You don't like Roman Reigns, he's doing his job. Hate the writers. Don't hate Roman. You booing a guy for what reason? They help him out every which way. And people still boo him because they didn't get what they want. Wrestling fans are worse than my children. Grow up and like what they give you, move on. Roman's perfectly fine. And guess what? I was just here in Richmond. Roman only gets booed in 3-4 cities. That's the 4 big cities we all know. And I throw Baltimore in there, not throw no disrespect. It'll be, maybe a Baltimore, New York, Chicago, Philly. That's it. He will not get booed out the building in Texas because majority of places like Roman Reigns. As long as he is selling.
What? Mike, you want to put something on that?
He won't get booed. The same fans from around the world won't boo him in Dallas. Is the roof going to be on, or are they going to let the roof out? There's the roof out, maybe.
Why pay to go boo somebody? That's what I don't get. That's just me.
Because they want to see Triple H.
Well, that's.
I said it's Triple H is more believable.
I would be mad if I was Triple H. I'm sitting here taking a beating and I still can't get you over. Oh no!
But yeah, when I give you the beating, I'm getting over.
Right, and they keep cheering Triple H.
He did the DX chop. He couldn't resist it.
Yeah,
he was like, oh shoot. He never does that as a heel.
He said, "Oh crap, I'm the heel." He got caught in the moment.
But the other thing is, mighty quick on the Raw recap, logic. Ryback and Kalisto, for example. Didn't Kalisto beat Ryback?
Why are we talking about that?
Didn't he beat him, though, in that WWE tournament?
As far as I know.
Shouldn't Ryback be like, hey, you beat me. You got a title. I didn't. I'm coming for your title.
He's not good at that either.
Not him whispering in the ear.
We're going to get into the matches, but we got to take our first break. We do have a Twitter poll again, y'all. What WrestleMania match would you have liked to see that didn't happen? The Undertaker versus Brock Lesnar in a rematch? Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens versus AJ Styles.
Oh wow, you put me in the pickle.
Or Shane McMahon versus Triple H. We'll get into that, as well as we'll give you the results from a previous Twitter poll that we did here on the Flex Zone. Y'all stay tuned.
Ching, bling, bling, cut the chatter. You ain't talking money, then you're talking no matter. Ching, ching, bling, bling, patent pockets. We take the dollar, can a damn soul stop it. Here comes the new kid on the block. Hold all your bets, here's where the buck stops. See, first of all, I'm stepping out on my own. About time I elevated to claim my own throne. Success in my blood, call it homegrown. Puerto Rican testosterone. Power and money got me crazy cocky. No longer need you, Poppy. I know you're mad because you can't stop me. And if you wonder how this player
Hello.
How may I help you?
I'm here to check to see if my refund is here. A lady told me today my check will arrive.
What's your student ID?
051555592.
Okay. Well, sorry. Your refund check is not in the system. It will be next week.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
Man, I'm starving.
Welcome to McDonald's. How can I help you?
May I get an Angus burger and a sweet tea?
Yeah, can I get 2 McChickens with cheese, small fries, and a sweet tea?
That will be all?
Yep.
Oh, and can I get 2 strawberry cream pies?
We don't have any more of that.
Come on, man.
No, stop.
What you mean, stop?
Can we just sit and talk?
What you mean, can we sit and talk? You've been sending me nasty text messages, and you said you want me to come over and smash. Now I'm here, and you stopped me to bust some nuts? What's going on?
I'm on my period.
Come on, man.
Man, you better be careful.
All right, y'all. During the break, what you heard was a come on, man moments by yourself truly and Omar. Omar, you just had a recent episode of Tyrone Experience that you just posted?
Yep.
Featuring myself and Cravante.
Oh, cameos. I see you.
Yeah, hey, we got to plug in everybody.
Man, I'm trying to get up in there, man.
Now he
Like
trying to
so
get on the show.
far, Tyrone Experience been on 3 blogs so far. Fresh Talent by Shia Demery. She's at Morgan State University as well. And another blog from a writer from Philadelphia and New York for Black Visuals, televisual Black web series. And also, we was on BuzzFeed in the top 10 must-watch Black web series. We're ranked number 3.
Congrats, bro.
Congrats, Congrats, man. But I had to, I had to plug you in. I'm actually come to you first after I say this. We did a Twitter poll a couple weeks ago asking who would you rather see The Undertaker face at WrestleMania? Sting, Shane McMahon, John Cena, or Braun Strowman? Sting led the way with 46%, John Cena at 38%, and Sheamus and Braun Strowman were both at 8%.
Wow.
That's a no-brainer. That's a no-brainer. Like, who doesn't want to watch a match between Sting and versus Undertaker? This is a match that I've been down to see for, like, years. I mean, years. Even back in 2011 when Sting was contemplating his contract with the TNA, and he was a free agent, and I thought it would be Undertaker versus Sting, because he had those little segments, those programming. In my mind, I thought, okay, I think Sting is going to come that year. But it was
you talking about the year for Atlanta?
Yeah, when Triple H went against Undertaker. I was pissed off when I was Triple H. I was like, Sting, come on now. Really? You get it?
Hey, I mean, we all thought that was actually the perfect time for it to happen.
Those are some very ambiguous promos they did of the coat walking and you always see the black boots. You're like, wait a second. Wait a second.
All that was missing was the baseball bat.
And they dropped the ball.
I mean, they
dropped the ball.
I heard, TNA throw around a lot of money, so. He doesn't even want to talk about that. Look at him. He's like, I just.
I don't, man.
It's okay. Man.
I feel your pain on that.
It hurts. Anybody else want to weigh in though before we get into these matches?
I think it's anonymous that it's Sting.
That's Sting.
Yeah. Like I don't think it'd be like I'm not looking for no crazy match, but I think just for fun. You know what I mean? It might as a wrestling fan to see, longevity of WCW versus the longevity of the WWE face off. It's a moneymaker whether the match is good or not.
Well, if he never faces,
lost my eyebrows for the bit. I made a bet on my show that if I didn't get Undertaker versus Sting at WrestleMania, because I was so sure they would pull it off, and I drink Kool-Aid from the WWE, that I would shave my eyebrows. And my wife's like, "See, now you got to shave them, and you might be too old; they may not grow back." So.
Oh wow! Well, I mean, legit. It seemed like that was the direction they were going in until the Sting injury.
Well, Sting said it in one of the online recently. Like he's like, yeah,
it was on IGN, and he said,
yeah, they was like, what were you thinking about doing? No, it was going to be Taker. Like he was like, yeah, that's what I was planning on doing, but he got injured.
Yeah, so I mean,
I think he's not retired either.
Yeah,
not retired.
I think that eventually, I mean, depending upon the surgery, I think that is going to happen. I know, Ralph, I know you have other thoughts about that because I've been pushing it back and forth with you for a while.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, it's. I think we've gotten more buzz. I would say the last maybe month or so when the big news came out that Sting was retiring, then he came out and said, "I never said I was 100% retiring." So it's very interesting to see. Like I said, I think that's probably the reason why I'm really interested to see how he speaks Saturday for his Hall of Fame speech. I think that's when we're going to figure out just on how people use their words. You can pretty much guess if that's it, if it's not, if he still has one left match or whatever. But I hope to see that. That's one of my things I would like to see before I go 6 feet under. So I'm hoping I finally get to see that. I think that's up there with my Cubs winning the World Series. I think that match might be right there in second.
Well, actually, your Cubs may actually. No, I'm actually rooting for the Cubs to actually win the World Series.
How dare you?
We don't want
St.
you
Louis
guys
Cardinals
for our team. Y'all didn't root for us for 106 years. Don't root now.
Oh boy.
So
Sounds a little salty.
Let's get let's get into these matches real quick because we actually have a whole lot of matches I didn't even really even expect.
Yeah, that's funny.
seem like we're gonna have to be watching WrestleMania for a while.
The kickoff show starts at 5, I think, right?
My
Does
God.
Jimmy show the kickoff show? Or do we gotta pull out the mobile devices for that?
No, actually, no. I think Jimmy's actually going to show everything because they actually showed everything the last time we went.
Okay, I don't know. Just wondering.
It's a lot.
Look, in no particular order, I just wrote all these joints down. We're going to get through them real quick. AJ Styles versus Chris Jericho.
Part 4.
Yeah, Brian H. Waters was not happy when he saw this. He was like, "Again?"
Yes, that's my reaction to
I
it.
said
But
the
if
same
I'm gonna pick AJ Styles,
Please,
Brian,
please.
Yeah, I can't remember the last time Jericho won at WrestleMania, so I'll go AJ.
But you got to say it like that. Of course, I went AJ Styles, the phenomenal one.
Tim,
I'm going with the phenomenal one.
I'm hoping for the phenomenal one, but if Jericho wins, we're gonna get another match, I think.
Roger.
Oh my God, another match, a 5th match?
No,
Chris
please
Jericho
no.
better not win this match, man. AJ Styles is going to win.
Ralph.
Besides watching the Mets Kansas City game on my laptop, because I do not want to watch this match, AJ Styles.
Omar.
The phenomenal AJ Styles.
Yes,
Mike.
sir.
AJ Styles, make it unanimous. I'm like Brian Woodard when last time Jericho won anything at WrestleMania.
Total Divas match with it's the Total Divas versus Team Bad and Blondie.
Why did
That sound like the group, man.
That's what it really just said online. Like,
By the way,
No, he's right. He's right.
it'll be one of the
No,
show
with-
matches on the pre-show.
with a debut in Lana, who wins this match that nobody really cares about outside of Ralph?
Oh, brother.
It's Total Divas and a new trailer for the second part of this season, or whatever you want to call it.
Ralph.
You know who I like in this? I'm going to put one thing on AJ Styles. For betting purposes, he's a heavy favorite to win the next Money in the Bank match. So
Oh boy.
I see him. The reason why he's probably facing the Old Man Yeller in this ring, just because I think they're putting him in. I think they're putting him into like an initiation. To me, it seems like that's why they're making it making a fight. Old Man Yeller, Frogger, or whatever his band is called. I think that's why I don't see him face. I think once this match is over with, and I think you start seeing AJ Styles fighting some of the elite wrestlers.
Let him
But
loose.
yeah, I would say he's right now. I'm looking at the board, and he's one of the heavy favorites to win Money in the Bank.
I'm at a loss for words because I don't think really nobody even really cares about this Divas match.
Hold up.
You be
Oh, boy.
I know you're going, Brian, and I might agree with you on this.
Your girl Naomi.
Well, see,
yeah, pretty much.
I'm sitting here looking at this match, and all I see, all I'm just visualizing is the feel good moment for Natalya and Brie and Paige standing up there, shaking each other's hands, hugging. It's ironic how Paige and Brie Bella are on the same team this year, and they were tagging up against each other last year, and both of their opponents are either injured or retired. I would love to see Bad and Blonde win this match, but I just think this is a feel-good moment. You send home the Divas fans happy and the faces win.
And you sent home Brie Bella.
Yeah, I was about to say that. This is going to be a retirement match for Brie Bella.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
She's never had a WrestleMania win, I believe. I don't think.
This will be her moment. And I believe Total Divas will win.
Just don't wear those furry things.
Daniel Bryan Jiffies.
Yes.
There you go again.
This guy.
Please stop. All right, we're going to go into another match that nobody cares about. It's the Intercontinental ladder match.
Hey, man,
Part
wait a
2.
second.
Hey,
now.
the fat man's
Whoa.
in it.
Yeah, there you go.
Wait a minute. First of all, you be respectful.
Continental Heavyweight Championship.
Wow. Wait. This to me, this should have been just Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn.
In a ladder match.
Exactly.
Yes.
No.
It didn't have to be a ladder match.
Like
it
ladder
could have
wars.
It could have been just classic one-on-one.
Oh, no, yeah. I think they had enough to do it, but I understand why they're not doing it.
Explain.
Oh, I think just because of Sami Zayn just coming back, there is always this mantra of out of sight, out of mind when it comes to professional wrestling. And I think they're just nervous about Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn and the longevity versus, you have your diehards,
Right.
but you also have the majority of entertainment people that may not fully understand the backstory. And I feel like if they do what I believe they will do, I think they want to dive a little bit deeper because they gave us a taste a little bit, And, they drop hints here and there with the Royal Rumble, but I feel like Sammy hasn't been back long enough for them to say, listen, we can really get something out of this.
Right.
Like, even if Kevin Owens loses, I think he loses because of Sami Zayn or something like that. Not that I think he will lose, but something like that to give them a better reason to say, let's go back and tell the story of the WWE way, because we've all seen it, here and there, dirt sheets, and people are familiar with their feud in Ring of Honor and PWG or whatever. But I think they're sort of waiting to say, okay, he just got back. Let's not chance it, because they don't need to take any more risks at WrestleMania. I think it's enough there, but like I said, I think that's the biggest reason why they're saying, well, let's not rush this. We don't have to do this now. I mean, it's not going anywhere, because everyone knows when it comes to Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens, the same statement goes to them. We can do this forever.
Also, they don't want to, just rush him back in there and have a very long match where he can get re-injured again.
No, yeah, it's a ladder match. It's no joke. It's a lot of bodies flying around.
Sami Zayn's also fighting at TakeOver, too, 2 nights before.
That's also true. Yeah, that's a good point there. I didn't think about that. But Nakamura, King of Strong Style out of all people.
Boy.
So, yeah.
He might not even make it.
Yeah.
I'll tell you one thing. Looking at this match, though, if I'm not mistaken, Miz has never lost at WrestleMania.
Is he like, was it 4-0, 5-0?
Yeah, but I mean, he was essentially thrown out of the Andre the Giant Battle Royal. I see him getting hurt because, he had a quote-unquote injury that he was sold very well this past weekend. So I just see him kind of having an edge moment in this match.
Him getting the IC belt back?
No, he's not going to get the belt back. He's going to get hurt and get wheeled to the back. That's how you
the quick exit?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Protect the WrestleMania streak. I know out of everybody, the person I see at least winning is Dolph Ziggler.
Come on, man. Come on.
Sin Cara?
Zack Ryder, Sin Cara?
Stardust Ziggler.
You ain't got to say Zack Ryder, though. Come on now. Leave brother alone.
The problem is, I don't expect greatness from Zack Ryder and Sin Cara. I expected greatness from Dolph Ziggler, and since the night after WrestleMania 29, he has done nothing but let me down.
Wait a minute, what about the Survivor Series?
Here we go with the Survivor Series.
You damn right. You damn right. I'm gonna bring up the Survivor Series.
Here we go.
It's getting good. That was a TNA moment.
Quick pop.
Oh, wow.
Good gosh.
Quick pop, and it was over.
Right,
and you can tweet that.
If you see Dre's face right now when he said this is a TNA moment.
It went down the toilet.
Wait a minute. Everybody put on pause. How dare you? What are you talking about?
How dare you disrespect wrestling fans by coming up dressed like Shawn Michaels every week?
What are you talking about? That would be a dream match. You wouldn't want to see Shawn Michaels versus Dolph Ziggler.
I agree with you right there.
No, I want to see.
I agree with you right there.
I want to see Dolph Ziggler be himself. I don't want to see him dressed like Shawn Michaels. He looks like Shawn Michaels, Mr. Perfect, and Billy Gunn's love child.
Oh, wow.
So all mixed in one.
Wait a minute. So you mean to tell me in that match at the Survivor Series you weren't entertained by his performance? One of the best performances I've ever seen at
him
Survivor
flying
Series.
around. The problem is now my son does it, and he tries to oversell everything. I was more entertained by Triple H going out there doing everything he had to save his job, to save his company. And in the end, it was the Stinger to come out there, and that's what made me pop for the night. It wasn't Dolph Ziggler.
Dolph Ziggler eliminated 3 people. What are you talking about?
That was I forgot.
Dre, where's he at now?
It's not his fault.
He's borderline.
Mike, help me out, Mike. Help me out with this.
Listen, Brian has his mind made up. We've gone back and forth like you guys have. I understand a lot of his points, though. I'm a huge Ziggler fan. Brian will tell you, I don't know how many Ziggler shirts I've purchased.
Me too.
But he has not turned the corner. He's like, this is what I don't get. Like, no one really mercifully boos him the way you get other people get booed. But if you're going to boo somebody for not, how we say, evolving, I would say Dolph Ziggler. But as far as his dress and stuff is concerned, I think if you tell divas what color to have their hair and cut it and makeup to wear and go get a boob job, because trust me, Paige has a boob job, I think that Dolph Ziggler, they're telling him what to wear in the back. I think maybe that.
No, I think he's too outspoken for that.
But, I mean, I think the fact that as we saw, and, take with a grain of salt if Total Divas is real or it's not real, because we all know reality TV isn't really reality. But if he really had trying to steal Cena's girl, I don't think he could be that outspoken.
I think that was written.
Yeah, that was clear.
That's why I said it's reality.
Bingo.
Not really.
Come on, Tim. You've been sitting over there stewing in your juices.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to go with Dolph Ziggler on this one, to be honest with you.
Really?
Yeah.
I'd like to know why, Tim. I'd like to know why.
He's going to show the world.
He's the guy. He puts it in every night, in my opinion.
He's a workhorse. I won't take it away from him.
Due. and I think he's going to win the Intercontinental Championship.
Overseller,
in my opinion.
Somebody called him
We
the
talk-
Jeff Jarrett.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Like nobody else in the business.
Yes, he's one. He's probably.
no.
Yes, he's probably
Seth
the best
Rollins,
seller.
No, Seth Rollins is the best seller.
He is now. I got to go Rollins now.
Wait a minute, but you can't say that Ziggler's not in that company along with
absolutely
Randy,
not.
along with Randy Orton.
Ziggler
You're right. I agree with you. I'm
Like
saying I
Shawn
agree. This is getting too
Michaels
fiery.
in 2005. When Shawn Michaels oversold Hogan, that's what Dolph Ziggler does.
Wow, that was pretty bad.
And that's enough shots on Dolph Ziggler.
I had that on DVD.
You throwing him up right now, bang bang.
Yeah, he is. He's
But
firing.
who, you got Dolph Ziggler winning, Dre?
I got my man Kevin Owens winning this match and retaining his belt. But I mean,
you gotta understand my point here.
fat
This is the
man.
thing. It's I was disappointed because Dolph Ziggler was one of the guys when he won the World Heavyweight Championship. I popped like none other. Like the same way I did when Christian won the title. The same way I did when Daniel Bryan won the title. I popped, and to get let down by Dolph Ziggler, it's just been crazy. It's nonsense.
I think it's worse for him because he's a tweener. Like it's one thing to get cheered or booed, but that mediocre, lukewarm reception, man. That's
dead silence.
That's like wrestling purgatory.
He took the money and stood still.
That's that Lance Storm.
I mean, he's
right
stuck
there.
in the middle. Like, where's he? Yeah, I mean, it's like.
Stuck in the middle.
well, I mean, it seems like they have something brewing with him in the Authority.
Don't they always have something for him brewing in the Authority?
Triple H warm-up match.
Haven't we? Ouch.
That's exactly what he was.
He should have took the deal.
I'm hitting home runs tonight.
Yeah, you are, bro. I'm staying out of this. I'm like, this is getting too real.
All right, you know what? In the essence of time, I'm going to move past this match.
Yes, please do.
Well, hold on. If you don't mind, I'll
go ahead.
also take Kevin Owens in that match. I think it's a setup for him and Sami Zayn for the next pay-per-view.
Yeah.
I'm taking Kevin Owens, too.
I think it'll be a good match with all the contestants. I think Sami Zayn will pull out a good performance. He might have a very rough and good match on Takeover, but I think Kevin Owens might pull out this one. And then, like they said, it's going to be a match between Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens the next pay-per-view.
But people, in this, you also got to remember the same way they did with Daniel Bryan last year. What's the best way to hide injuries and the fact we're all talking about his match at NXT Takeover is in a ladder match with 6-7 guys. You know what I mean?
That's
so
true.
Yeah.
you don't have to do so much in that kind of a match.
All right.
Right.
Let's we're gonna go through these
Before
next
you
couple.
guys- Before you change the mind, whoever said Dolph Ziggler, he's 15-1 to win Intercontinental Championship.
What? Really? 15-1.
That's a trap.
Stop it. The Usos and the Dudley Boys.
Oh, no.
Does anybody really care about this match?
On the pre-show.
I do a little bit.
Why?
I care about this.
Because I like the Usos and like the Dudleys, but they just haven't been given anything. It's just like, okay.
I just want the tables to come out.
Exactly.
I think it's going to be a better match.
I think they give us a lot.
You think so?
I do. I think I watch wrestling through a different eyeglasses than most fans. You know what I mean? And I watch it for what it is they're showing me and what they're giving me. And I've said for years that for new guys to get over, you got to have old legends come back.
Absolutely.
The Dudleys can be who they are. You saw that a little bit on Monday, helping Triple H out. Yeah, I know people say, well, how does that make any sense? Duh, he's the boss.
Right.
They're heels. It makes perfect sense. So, and you take this with the Usos, you got these young up-and-coming tag team, and they're saying, man, we should look up to you. We didn't look up to the head shrinkers. We didn't look up to, those other tag teams we could look up to. We wanted to be like the Dudleys. We're putting two people through tables. My mom and them got mad, and now you taking it away from us. I like it, and I want to see it happen. I'm extremely pissed it's on the pre-show because more than likely I'm going to miss it because I'm preparing food and everything before Mania starts. So, I hated this on the pre-show.
Man, you better start cooking early.
Yeah. I know a tag team match that we are actually probably looking forward to. Go ahead, D, and get it.
Oh, yes.
Uh-oh.
The WWE World Tag Team Champions. The New Day.
Yes, it is.
Bootios.
Versus the League of Nations.
League of Booty.
One question.
There's no how can you
cereal
like
real?
that match?
No, the cereal's not real. Hey, D, what did it say on the cereal box yesterday?
The cereal's not included.
Oh, are you serious?
Yes, it actually says that.
That's actually a good question because if you watch Raw the way I do,
I want to know if anybody went to WGShop.com, went to Walmart, Safeway, Giant, Top 5
no, but I would go with you in the store just to see if you would do that.
I'd sell some.
Hold on. So that box of cereal that comes with the shirt is not really cereal. It's just a shirt in the box.
That's right.
Wow.
Drink your milk. and feel the power of positivity.
I mean, hey, look.
Hey, yo, can y'all imagine yourselves walking in the store and say, "Excuse me," it's like, "Yes, I'm looking for Box of Booty-O's."
Excuse me, I'm looking for a box of Booty-O's. You know, Booty-O's.
I have with my glass of Indrios.
Keep me from being booty. Booty what? Booty-O.
Wait a minute. So, all right, I'm gonna start with Ralph. Who wins this match between the New Day and the League of Nations?
League of Booty.
Well, they had the League of Nations the favorite here to win this match.
Really? Why? What's going on in Vegas, man?
Well, remember, it's not for the belts either.
It's not?
What?
Are you serious?
It's not.
Huh?
No. It's literally a 3 or 4. Yeah.
You gotta be.
Wow, WrestleMania 32. All right.
So
Dallas, Texas.
They have a minus 175, New Day plus 125. I like the New Day here, and I'm hearing rumors that here's another one that we're going to see a surprise guy in the back even up the score to make it 4-on-4. So
Kirk Franklin.
I don't know.
They are.
I don't know who would it be, but here's another one I think is going to be a head scratcher and a big pop. And I think I love the way they're pouring the New Day into now a baby face instead of a heel, and I think this is going to probably pull them to a bigger heel. So I would not be shocked if I know they're still trying to find a place for The Rock or John Cena to make some kind of entrance. But yeah, I won't be shocked if we see something really positive in this match. I like the New Day here. I just don't see what point of the League of Nations winning this match in any kind. I mean, they can lose, and there's still 5 powerful guys. One guy's getting ready to leave. His contract ends, so I just don't see the reason why the League of Nations would win this match. I think put the New Day in, let them win again, and let them sell Booty-O's on the side afterwards.
Well, Ralph, who's the person who's about to leave?
The King Barrett.
King Barrett's the contract's up at the end.
Contract's up. He ain't resigning.
King Indrios.
Wow. News here. Mike, your thoughts about the New Day with the couple minutes we have left.
You know what? I might be the only one here. I love the New Day, but I can't stand them at the same time. I think they've made these guys, and I'm ashamed for them. I don't like. I've said it before. Grown men should not wear pink. Okay, he's had them for a little bit. Now they went from changing up their gear to always wearing pink. I think they're a little bit too borderline. I hate the fact that there are 3 black guys that act really close to borderline being Brokeback, and the fans are liking it. And I just don't like how they're to me the act that it's funny at times. There's a lot of shucking and jiving.
Yeah, I've been saying that for a while. Cooning and buffooning.
Cooning and buffooning, as Uncle Raj
do
would
very
say.
best.
I just can't take it.
Let me throw Tim in here because he wanted to say something.
Timmy.
Real quick.
Well, I was just going to say about the New Day. I've been a fan of them since day one, since Big E started preaching to us with his robe. I'm all about the power of positivity.
That's right.
Wow.
Because it's a new day.
Yes, it is.
Oh, yes, it is.
Are you with me?
I got it. The New Day was that they turned our black guys who we thought would be the Nation of Domination, which I know they explained themselves on 3 Table, into 3 guys who are borderline having relations in some kind of way. I'm just saying.
Well, in the interest of time, we're not going to be able to get through the Andre Battle Royal, and that's kind of sad.
What if the network does that for the interest of time? We can't show this.
That's Jobbermania.
We're not going to get to
Jobbermania.
Kalisto and Ryback, but I do want to get to the Divas match real quick between Sasha, Becky, and Charlotte. Real quickly, I'm going to ask you who the winners are going to be. You already know I'm a roll with the boss. That's my new crush, Sasha Banks.
The boss.
Roger.
The bosses.
I like the boss.
Dwayne.
Sasha Banks coming out party.
Tim.
I think I have Charlotte retaining here.
Waters.
I'm so torn.
Oh, come on. No,
I'll go with the heart. I want Sasha to win. I feel like the way they building up her whole story is the perfect storm.
Omar.
Well, I did receive this today, so I guess I got to go with a bank statement. So,
Ralph?
Ralph?
Sasha's a big favorite, minus $4. I think Charlotte and Ric Flair butt heads, and she wants her dad to start this not being involved in her career as much. So I think that's the way that you can end that. So I think Sasha wins easily.
And Mike, real quickly.
I also got to go with Sasha Banks, especially now that Snoop's going into the Hall of Fame. I think that gives you a little bit more writing on the wall. So
yeah,
Sasha Banks.
All right, real quickly, Ambrose and Lesnar, who wins?
Brock Lesnar.
I think everybody's wrong with
No,
Brock.
the Wyatt family will interfere.
I am going
Again?
I am
It
going
will
with
cost
hashtag, I'm
Brock
a Dean Ambrose guy. I think Brock doesn't have nothing to lose in this match. He's been built as Godzilla, and you cannot build
He really
him.
has, though.
You can't build him where he can't be beat, because then there's whoever he takes on, there's no possibility of any. But the fact he wins this match because it is a street fight, so that anything can go, anything can happen. I was Brock. Remember what was that match? They put the grades. Wasn't there somebody put the
John Cena?
What do you call them things? Yeah, and they put the things on top of him to pin him. So something not like it's going to happen, but something drastic is going to happen. I got to go with Dean Ambrose in this match. It makes more sense, in my opinion.
Okay. Real quick, we're gonna go into Shane and Taker. Who wins this match? Brock Waters.
This match should close the show.
A lot of people
and
agree.
leave us wondering the whole night what's going to happen the next, as far as Raw is concerned, the future of the WWE.
I agree.
I think I don't do this often. I don't think I've ever done it. I'm going with Shane McMahon. I'm going against the Undertaker. I think Shane and Vince come together and they send the Undertaker home packing for good.
I don't think Undertaker wants to go out like this. I got the Undertaker winning. You don't. You don't. 22. They keep referring to 22-1. It's something about Brock Lesnar and him being the guy to end that streak. I just don't see it happening. I somehow see Shane getting the company eventually, but just not on this night. I'm rolling with the Undertaker.
All I know is this: Shane had the last hurrah on Raw, so that means the Undertaker is going to win at WrestleMania. So I'm picking the Undertaker.
Picking a dead man, I could see the next night on Raw, something happening. Shane can still get control of Raw. It's two scenarios there.
Dwayne.
No contest. Still undecided.
Tim.
Going with a dead man.
Mike.
Got to go with Shane O'Mac. I think their streak has been broken, so it doesn't make any sense. I think Taker wanted to go home 3 years ago.
Omar.
I think Undertaker will win this.
And Ralph?
Shane O'Mac. I think Vince McMahon is planning this and screws the Undertaker, and Undertaker wrestles Mr. Vince McMahon in one of these maybe SummerSlam or pay-per-views. That's my prediction.
That might work.
Hey, and the last match is the World Heavyweight Championship match with Triple H and Roman Reigns. Ralph?
So Roman Reigns, the huge favorite, the biggest favorite on the board, minus 750 over Triple H. I think
He sounds so conflicted.
Yeah, I'm so conflicted. I think he turns here. I think he goes as authority, and I think Triple H retains the belts. And someone comes in on the ring and tries to interfere, and I think Roman Reigns stabs whoever tries to interfere. Maybe it's his cousin, and I think Roman Reigns is part of a new authority, and I think Roman Reigns will screw his other buddy that comes back from injury. I'm not going to mention any names. It'll be Seth Rollins.
Too much.
I think they want to turn Seth Rollins into maybe a baby. So I think Triple H retains the belt.
Roger?
I'm with you. I think Triple H retains the belt also. But I think The Rock tries to help him, but Roman Reigns is going to spare The Rock and turn heel that way.
Oh, that's a good one. I like that one.
D?
Reigns will win the title back, but he will go heel.
Borders?
Right now, as they're listening to the show, they just ripped up their papers and taking Roger's idea and presenting it in creative. But I am.
And they're not going to pay you either, Roger.
I know that.
Right,
They never.
I mean, ask Mike how many times they stole stuff from the Summit, which you can find on Sundays, every Sunday at 9 o'clock. Except this Sunday.
Cheap plug.
Brought to you by Fox Sports, 1340am.com.
Bang bang.
That was on point.
It was. I liked it. I gotta go with the game. I'm saying it. I want to see him retain it. He will. Roman, I was telling Dwayne this earlier. Shawn Michaels in 95 to Shawn Michaels in 96, you saw a difference. You saw an evolution. You saw that, in my opinion, I'm not going to say Shawn Michaels wasn't ready. I just didn't see him as a WWE champion, until not at the beginning of that match, but the way the match ended, I saw Shawn Michaels a potential WWE champion. Roman Reigns, I've seen him as champion before. It was fine, but I don't see him go to the next level. Therefore, I don't see him doing it. I don't see you taking the risk.
Not as babyface.
But I think Kurt Angle returns at WrestleMania somehow, some way, shape, or form.
Hey, look,
I'll just ask, is he a free agent? Because he's about to do Revolution Pro.
Okay. Is that neck right? Is that neck right, though?
Hey, yeah, as far as I know.
WWE.
Triple H.
Triple H.
I'm going Roman Reigns. He's the company guy. They didn't build him up 2 years for nothing. It's his time. He's going to get his moment.
Ralph?
Had to make sense, did you, Tim? Makes sense.
I already said that. I said Triple H.
Oh, and so Mike.
Omar.
Hey! Don't forget about me.
Oh no, I didn't forget about you.
Because I want everything everybody said to be true about the heel turn and how it happens and all that good stuff. I'm going to go with Triple H winning because I want to be different. You know what I mean? As far as I want it to happen.
And Omar.
So I'm not going to pick.
You crazy?
I think
I want that stuff to happen.
I think Triple H is going to win. I think the angle will be like probably The Rock probably help him, or maybe Dean Ambrose probably help him, and then like next thing you know, somehow there's middle miscommunication, and somehow Roman gets hit with a chair or whatever, and then after the match, that's when Roman actually turns heel, either attack The Rock or Dean Ambrose. I think that's.
For me, it's Roman Reigns. Like Tim said, I don't think they built him up all these years for nothing. Thank y'all all for tuning in to our WrestleMania special, y'all. This is the Flex Zone on Fox Sports 1340. Catch us next week as we review WrestleMania as well as March Madness. Until then, peace.
Peace.